Here we have some simple limits. X tends to infinity under root x plus 9 minus under root x plus 4. When x is very very big number, x plus 9 and x plus 4 both are almost same. For example, when x is some 10 millions, then 10 million plus 9 or 10 million plus 4, it doesn't matter. Right. This 9 and this 4 will become insignificant when x is tending to infinity. So basically, what does that mean? This means root x plus 9 is roughly equal to root x, and root x plus 4 is also root x minus root x, which is equal to 0. Right. So this limit is actually equal to 0. Just by looking at it, we can say this. Right, guys? So similarly, the next one also. This limit is 0. Similarly, when x is so big, then x square plus 25 is roughly equal to x square only. Right. Similarly, x square minus 1, this minus 1 doesn't matter. When x is so big, this is again equal to x square only. Right. When limit x is tending to infinity, so again this one root of x square, which is x minus x, this also is roughly tending to 0. We don't even need to go and do the algebraic proof. Similarly, here in this case, when x is tending to minus infinity, minus x square, minus x, that means minus infinity whole square, this is again positive, and this is negative, right? This is negative, and this is positive. And x square plus 3 and x square, both are almost same. When x is so big, x square plus this 3 is so insignificant, it doesn't matter. And root of x square is positive, right? So for example, what we are saying, root of minus 3 whole square. What is this? This is plus 3. It is not minus 3. So this is giving a positive and this is giving a negative. So, and both are x. So this also should be equal to 0. And what is the algebraic way of showing this? What do? We will say that we will multiply with the conjugate root of x square plus 3 plus x into root of x square plus 3 minus x by minus x, right? Then this is a plus b into a minus b. This becomes x square plus 3 minus x square. And this x square will get cancelled. We will be left with 3 by under root x square plus 3 minus x. Now here what we will do? We will take the highest power of x in the denominator and divide both numerator and denominator like this. 3 by x and this by x. Right. Now there is a square root here. We have to take this x under the square root. Right. What does that mean? Root of x square plus 3. Sorry. Root of x square plus 3. We have to by x. So we have to take this x under the square root. Like we discussed, when x is less than 0, when x is negative. Right. Square root of x square, x equal to minus of square root of x square. Right. For example, minus 2 is equal to minus of square root of minus 2 whole square. Right. X equal to minus of square root of x square. It is not x equal to x square. So, minus 2 is not equal to square root of minus 2 whole square. Right. So, because square root of minus 2 whole square is again plus 2. So, here x, if I have to write it as square root, we have to write it as minus of square root of x square. Okay. Then we can take both the square roots together. So, this becomes minus of this entire thing. Then this becomes minus of 1 plus 3 by x square. Right. So minus x by x, we can do it. So this negative thing, 3 by, so when we take this inside, we are getting one negative, right? That's negative, we'll take it. So ultimately we will get minus 3 by x square, minus 3 by x plus this 1 by 3 by x square, 1 plus 3 by x square, plus 1. Right. What we are saying is under root x square plus 3 minus x by x is equal to under root x square plus 3 by under root of this x square. This becomes minus because x is equal to under root of x minus of under root of x square when x is less than 0. And this is minus x by x. Okay. So this becomes minus of under root 1 plus 3 by x square plus 1. Okay. We are taking minus of this. So essentially the numerator is 3 by x, right? And denominator is minus of under root 1 plus 3 by x squared plus 1. So this minus we are taking it in the numerator. And when x tends to minus infinity, this 3 by x will tend to 0 and this also will tend to 0. What will be left? Root 1 plus 1 which is equal to 0. So we don't need to do all this lengthy calculation, but we have directly realized that when x square is tending to infinity and x is tending to minus infinity, obviously x square will tend to plus infinity, and x square plus 3 is almost equal to x square. Root of x square is again plus x. And here we have minus x. Plus infinity, minus infinity, total 0. Right. Similarly, now we have x tends to minus infinity again. 2x plus under root 4x square plus 3x minus 2. Here what we'll do? Here also, here also there is some minus infinity here and there is some plus infinity here. There should be some limit here. Let's see what we can do. So here, let us multiply with the conjugate. Right, 2x minus under root 4x square plus 3x minus 2. Both numerator and denominator will get 2 into 2x is a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. That is 4x square minus 4x square plus 3x minus 2. This and this will get cancelled. We will be left with minus 3x plus 2. Right. We'll be left with minus 3x plus 2 by 2x minus under root 4x square plus 3x minus 2. What we'll do? We'll divide everything by x now. Okay. So then what we'll get if we divide everything by x? This by x, this by x, and this by x. So in the denominator, what we will get? In the numerator, what we'll get? We'll get minus 3 plus 2 by x. In the denominator, what we'll get? We'll get 2 minus under root 4x square plus 3x minus 2 by x. Okay. Now x is tending to minus infinity. So what we can write it? We can write it as minus of under root x square. Right. When x is less than 0, we can write x as minus of under root x square. Right. Now this minus and this minus, it will become plus 2 plus this thing. I'll cancel this and I'll take the square root over on. Okay. So this becomes what? The numerator will be minus 3 plus 2 by x by 2 plus under root 4 plus 3 by x minus 2 by x square. Right. Which is nothing but nothing but this one. Right. Here 3 minus 2 by x. Here minus 3 plus 2 by x. This, if we take minus 1 common here, then this becomes plus. This also becomes plus. And here it becomes minus 3 plus 2 by x. Right. It is the same thing. Now what is our limit? Limit is this becomes 0. Then this becomes 0. This becomes 0. We have minus 3 by 2 plus under root 4, which is 2 plus 2, which is 4. So minus 3 by 4. This is the final answer. Right, guys? Now again, here we have plus infinity. We don't need to worry much. So here, this is a positive number and this is a negative number. Let's see what will happen. Again, we'll multiply with the conjugate. Then what will this become? A plus b into a minus b, 9x square minus x minus 3x whole square, which is 9x square. So this and this will get cancelled. We will be left with minus x by under root 9x square minus x plus 3x. We will divide everything by x because x is the highest power in the denominator. Then what will this become? Next, we can directly take it as x square inside because x is anyway positive. So then 9x square by x square minus x by x square plus this will be in the square root and plus 3x by x. Right. Now this and this will get cancelled and this and this will also get cancelled. Minus 1 by x will be left and in the numerator minus 1. So we'll be left with minus 1 by this 1 by x will tend to 0, right? 9 minus because x is tending to infinity. We'll be left with minus 1 by root 9 plus 3, which is nothing but 3 plus 3, that is minus 1 by 6. That is the correct answer. Right, guys? All these problems are very simple. Wherever possible, we have directly figured out that what is the limit. or otherwise we just did basic rationalization and then found the limit. Only thing that we have to take care is when x is tending to minus infinity, now how exactly do we, and if there is a square root, how exactly do we take it inside? Okay, x is minus 3. If x is negative, something like minus 3, then we have to take it inside, then under root minus 3 whole square minus of this. Because under root minus 3 whole square is 9, right? Under root 9 is actually equal to 3. Under root minus 3 whole square is equal to under root 9 equal to 3. So minus 3 is not equal to 3, right? So if you have to write minus 3, then you have to write minus of this thing, minus of this thing, minus of this thing, right? The only thing that we have to take care. Thank you guys.